The First Lady gets a focus as well, especially as somebody will be leading man in campaign. He go unforeseen man succeed in that drive. So if you see, say, distractions they come along the way, maybe you go checkmate. You go checkmate and probably raise questions. As in
the
excuse me.
Exchanges the owner they see between First Lady and that of the Chief Minister, and we see you side Dr. Blythe himself now don't get serious issues with the Chief Minister. The entire chaos with the social media.
Well, in all honesty, we don't actually see any exchanges between the Chief Minister and the First Lady yet. I don't see that yet. I know say supporters then get innuendos with them put out. We probably the First Lady pick out and give an opinion on same. We then they be done translated now like there is an exchange between Chief Minister and the First Lady. I have not seen that.
With this greedy system, the new direction make we stand. It's 10 regions, so God we no gladdy. Anyone we survive Barcelona Superman. We tire with this greedy system, the new direction make we stand. It's 10 regions, so God we no gladdy.
We brought another party office in the street. Then the street. We brought another party office in the street. Forest guard come, do not take them to party office. Forest guard come, do not take them. Prison come, do not take them. Job vacancy, they come out, they member party office. President Bio, then you minister the way you appoint President Bio. Then no they do towards the young one at the party office. President Bio, now few of the member party office.
So we be known with them one them like that one where they talk so. Even if you don't get time for going to that party office, but you must get time for see one or two of them. So waiting to happen so right now, for me it's like, regardless of the fact that those ministers are not going into the office, but it seems to me like they don't get access to the new ministers there because there must be a good number of them. You understand it? So there one or two will be inside government right now with them sabi. It's difficult to get access because if that is like, as a minister probably you're always traveling. But when you get, like if you get 50-50, whatever happens, 50% of the one them will struggle with they're all not going out of the country at the same time. And they all not will close the door to the one they are at the same time.
Well, from that report, then a court with Maria to Sheriff puts together. With the kind of a studio, as to tell Una earlier said today, with a look inside the Salon People's Party, when one of the major political parties them in the country, and then at the party where they in governance from April 4th, 2018 to now. And this main term issues them, don't they come out from this party, especially where camp for do with leadership and the grassroots them don't they give several concerns say they as grassroots not on to the benefit from the party from when they take up office in 2018. Well, at the studio this morning, we get the National Publicity Secretary for the Salon People's Party, when at Lahai Leema, we can tell we waiting at the current situation at the political party, the SLPP. Good morning, Lahai Leema, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Goria. Thank you for having me.
All right. Before we can look at some of the issues that we don't come out from on a party, the SLPP. Firstly, it's been a while. We'll not get you live in the studio. We'll also don't talk to you from Kenima. And Lahai Leema, one of the active players there that is Salon People's Party, especially that the executive, and a lot of people, especially the journalists, they know some of the role when you play as a publicity secretary during the first time campaigning for comeback in power, the second time again. A lot of people go on for no waiting in the happen with Lahai Leema.
Well, nothing much not happen. It's just the fact that a party in governance is different from a party in opposition. So a party in opposition, largely the mouthpiece, and always they bring come the views, ideas of the party to the public. But the moment we're not in a government now, the workings, they change. Here, you are not looking at much at what the party is doing because the party, they give support to government for make sure, say, they manifesto programs them way the leadership present to the party on which they support them, or then they translate into policy actions for benefit the country. the government address them. And so in those situations, and much of what government they do, there are officials we go for actually handle some of them things. So the party not get much for do, except if the party gets in your internal workings or activities, then it require me as the PRO for come to the public and talk on the activities of the party. So much as we are in government, there is not much the party actually they do besides what in government they do. So you're not going to see much of me, except for after some time, like we when I have done the talker, see would they get issues them within the party according to the perceptions of the public, and we require maybe some explanation as to what they go on, so that we're able for updates or keep the party in focus on waiting at the real issues. So on their notes, then they can come here probably and do one or two clarifications.
So even though you still have the public perception about waiting and things that they happen internally, but not so just being in governance, even though the party not in governance, but also activities and the thing anyway supposed for the happen at the party. But keep the party going until the elections, we actively politics can play at the country. For the People's Party, SLPP, waiting to happen currently.
Well, like I tell you, when we go first after the convention, we had a mandate for work within the next 3 years, and that's what we are doing at the moment. The functions for which them being elected, we actually don't perform them, or we still do perform them. We don't transition from first term to second term, and the party being very active in performing a role for which them be elected the executive. We're able to give support to the party till the party win the elections and the party in our government today. So as it is, the party gets in your own internal workings, we actually they do. Take for instance, in Kenema, we lost the chairman of the district council, and at some stage then be required for get a replacement. So with that again, so the party being there for do some screening, but some statutory interpretation being come as to waiting for happen. So now like things like that already happen internally, we be able to keep the party together. That's what the party is doing, and that is why we have the chairman and other executive way they keep the functions of the party.
When we look at some of the issues that now we don't realize that the Salon People's Party, not so secret, say the chief minister and the first lady, where they're all the members of the Salon People's Party, don't they get lots of issues? The last time we try for engage you on that on the phone, but you be there Kenema and the network been seem terrible. Now, all of the issues there where they happen, especially in the social media, we don't they see screenshots of SLPP groups, them supporter them, they get heated arguments. At some point, the first lady come out live and call out the chief minister, say everybody for focus, for ensure say they implement President Bio's agenda. When are the big five game changer them? People not for become distracted and want for take over President Biona when I'm man.
I think so, the unfortunate part of it. Because here is the situation, government gets an agenda. I think what you for they do as government officials is coming out to the public and tell the public how much we don't try for implementing and the way we put together as we manifest the program, which stage we did in terms of implementation, what are the programs that we don't draw, how would they about for roll them out, what are the achievements that would they make, what are the challenges that would they face. I think those are the things that we for engaging. Even if, for instance, anybody in a government we get ambition for succeed President Bio, I think if you want to push that as a drive, you for able to make sure say you direct your supporters and for promote the works the work way they do around the Big Five itself. Waiting at the how you don't able for bring that into manifestation. What you don't do, waiting at the steps that we don't do, all in the bid of achieving what the president want. But if for any reason we left that and distract and probably focus on our own individual ambitions, contrary to the very reasons for which we have been appointed into offices, then the first lady gets a focus as well, especially as somebody will be leading man in campaign. You go on for seeing man succeed in that drive. So if you see, say, distractions that come along the way. Maybe you go checkmate. You go checkmate and probably raise questions. As in
the exchanges the owner they see between First Lady and that of the Chief Minister, and we see also Dr. Blyden himself now don't get serious issues with the Chief Minister. The entire chaos with the social media.
Well, in all honesty, we don't actually see any exchanges between the Chief Minister and the First Lady yet. I don't see that yet. I know say supporters then get innuendos with them put out, we probably the First Lady pick out and give an opinion on same. We then they be done translated now like there is an exchange between Chief Minister and the First Lady. I have not seen that yet. On the issue between Dr. Blyden and Chief Minister, get for do, from what I don't see on the social media, get for do to say Dr. Blyden goes to supporters of Moinina use motherly invective on Imama and Moinina not show any sign of apology or not take responsibility for that. But for me, I feel Sudan has something we don't really need for talk outside the public sphere and maybe come together again in the face of the public and show say them don't reconcile. Because all of them think they distract the public from really what government they do, how we go for focus on keeping government on track on the things that we then say them go do for we. If we get all of them kind of thing and they coming up, it's a kind of distractions.
So as an executive, waiting on have been do after where the First Lady been do that in live broadcast, but here's the issue we get for do with the Chief Minister.
I think the last time when I interviewed me at the Kenema will talk, I will tell you, I say when I go see some changes in whatever is happening. We party not to just one party no more way full of young people them without any elderly behind way actually they control some of the activities in the party. It is sometimes certain things can happen where they come to the public domain. I mean, not to their attention, but the moment it reach that level of concern, we at least then say we go for take steps, then can take steps, and we elders and the party get that level of control over whatever going to happen at the party. And I think so after that interview, we're not necessarily going to follow up now, except for the fact how they see the issue between the Chief Minister and Dr. Blyden. But in terms of relaying that to the First Lady, I'm not seeing much of that anymore.
Party interview?
Very little.
All right. Within Una as an executive, makeup of the radical inclusion movement?
Well, in your understanding, the Terumi actually did a government. I think that radical inclusion, like I've been saying the last time, Nasiba, that in civil activism, actually propagates an agenda for CC, picking up or left out of school because of Bel Air, or because of then normal issues and waking there and picking like say menstruation, they go school, or so because of all of them, and they even come up with that in campaign say. They push a radical inclusion, we go make sure say a capture. Every Pekin will be done, they get marginalized or disadvantaged because of certain things around them for make them not left out of schooling. And I think say a work along with David, that way David in a Ministry of Education, a work along with and for like they able to forget that policy drive captured for radically include every Pekin will be done, they feel disadvantaged because of certain things so they happen around that. I think that understanding maybe get about that radical inclusion for see how much we go able for get the free quality education properly function and benefit everybody way for supposed to be beneficiary of them. So but if now he has been transferred from the Ministry of Education to now Chief Minister, probably he don't take that concept to that level where I feel say it will still be towards a policy drive. It should not be a kind of movement where contrary to the ideals of the SLPP itself.
So as SLPP transforming government agenda policy to a political movement?
Well, like I said the last time, I don't sense that radical inclusion for be a political movement in any sense.
Yeah,
I don't sense I'm here because the SLPP gets a own slogan, "We are one country, one people," and we did drive towards delivering for every masses of Sierra Leone. And anybody we want for lead SLPP, you cannot deviate and bring your own concept anew. Whatever concept you come in with, it therefore really rhyme with what the party ideal stand for. So as it is, Senga is a government minister. Maybe in agenda na office where they try for, or in schedule where government gear where they try for deliver, they decide for bringing that radical inclusion from the education ministry into the office of the chief minister for see how much it will be able for drive in work, especially where in work over almost every sector in terms of ministry and departments and agencies. So probably, I'm not one for take a brief for him, but it go better make necessary explain what you mean by radical inclusions. But an office that in any way don't interfere with we own party ideals. Because if you don't do that, no, then we'll call Senga to book, then we'll call him to booklet explain what you mean and whether it's affecting the functions of the party. But I have not seen that yet, and I'm not sure the elders of the party don't really sense that kind of thing.
That's our answer. When they say you know see the official position of the party, because you are here as the official mouthpiece of the Salem People's Party. We mean say any thing where they say na the position of the party. That one they say we are not aware of that.
If the party don't aware of that and they feel see that they affect the party, definitely we will not go see a press release where they come from the Secretary General on that, and once it comes from them, that tells you the party don't pick them up as something serious, so they affect the party. But I don't feel see really that in concept of radical inclusion gets anything for affect the SLPP itself, because I think in government programs it actually they drive with that or that particular campaign slogan. I don't feel say that go for with party or with the SLPP itself.
Currently, lots of names they come up, although the individual might not only make open statements say I want to succeed President Bill, but lots of names them don't they camps they don't they form, supporters they don't they go into groups, movements, and una they are the helm of the affairs of the SLPP. And the last day we called on a chairman on phone, if I will back for call you, that you're not the official mouthpiece of the party. With all of them names there where they come as a party, when I feel worried, say, when I will get issues of managing transition.
I don't think so. Everybody my ambition say I want for lead, and I get the capacity for lead. But at the end of the day, law talk and go, talk and come. But say power does not come from the east, north, west, or south. But who's that power they come on from God? And everybody is born, it's destined, it's programmed. So now everybody ambition say I want for lead, but at the end of the day, when God speaks through the minds of those who make the decisions, and then a leader is being selected or is being elected, if you are genuinely a member of the SLPP and you mean well for the party, it not necessarily means say if your ambition actually not come into fruition, you know will come on board and support the party. At the end of the day, there are a lot of factors where the party executive or the party authorities therefore consider for no would I really be able to lead the party. And principally among those, it's about leaving the chairman like you call him and say, when I get back to Leema, this is how we respect rules in our party. Much as is the chairman is the overall chairman, but he knows that we have individual roles to perform. He only supervised. Maybe if you go overboard, he call you to check for, give you feedback, and that's what happens. So as an elder, he sit back and look at how we perform the rules. So over time, authorities of the party don't they assess and watch everybody. So and nobody know the way he don't born, he don't do investment a lot. And then the one left, they assess all in Peking the way born. They look at the investment and see who's Peking will go for better manage the investment way in the left stage. So similarly, if you bring that to political party, the elders are actually fading out the center stage of the party now. They might want to have somebody who know the party, and at the same time, we in reality is unwavering with the party, and also we understand the political dynamics of the country. So at the end of the day, even though yes, decisions have to be made along those parameters. So whatever me they say, it is everybody's right to for show up say I want for lead, but it has to be constructive. And as it is now, the president never even complete in 2 years in office yet. So for me, it should be the focus on getting this administration for able to deliver on the things they would then say they will do, so that tomorrow, waiting this administration they achieve will therefore be a point of reference for anybody who want to succeed. No administration or no the way perfect for achieve everything we say. So if you want to take leadership, you begin to watch and see which are pitfalls then they, and then see how much, which kind of policies you go on for make amendments in those areas where government probably not able to succeeding. But if you lost focus and you're not able to follow on the trajectory of how governments they deliver in program, you just to focus on what you want to do personally. At the end of the day, you come to the public, you're not even able to make references properly as to why you feel Slpp should continue in office and why you feel you're not the best person for leader aspirations. You will not go there. You go there at variance with actually programs, and they're not going to bring you out for be somebody who then go for rely on.
Apart from the fact that power come from God and perhaps the wish of the elders and the Asylum People's Party, but waiting at the official laid down procedures and criteria then where the party gets in terms of succession.
It spells out in the Constitution, and the Constitution actually tied down with Section 35 of the National Constitution. First of all, you got to be a citizen of Sierra Leone, and you got to be a registered member of the SLPP. You for be somebody eligible for be elected to Parliament. You for don't be of the required age. These are all the requirements we then look at. When it now comes to really looking at reliability, because that's the point. If you cannot entrust this institution and anybody's on way you not rely, say, irresponsible enough for able to manage the affairs of this institution. So probably those are the areas now where the authorities of SLP, when I say authorities here, I'm not looking at only the elders, but every delegate, whether it be at the grassroots level, at the middle, at the top level, as long as they are going to cast their ballot, the authorities of the party will therefore make decision as to who take the next leadership stage of the party. So then all of them factors and they will look at. And so for like we're able to realize, say, you can do the job. There are so many stages where therefore don't pass through with you for able to know waiting at your tendencies then for able to work under pressure, for able to manage certain situations. So there are those things we then go for look out for.
Leema, the second term of President Bio, we all see the way how things turn around in terms of him appointing in cabinet ministers and people in different sectors for work. And occasionally you don't make mention of the fact, say, we're in the way the crop of young people in the Asylum People's Party take charge of the party affairs. Waiting the elders then at the party don't make up of President Bio this decision of young people taking over the party, especially where he go down in second term.
Well, for elders, then we probably get the ambition for still succeed President Bio. I not feel say that will go down well with them. But is this coming from President Bio, or is the trend of waiting the world to move towards today, especially in Africa, looking at some other countries within West Africa? We don't see countries like Senegal where big pass Sierra Leone probably 2 or 3 times self. Get somebody where even probably an old passer as a leader of the country. So leadership decision, I can always like for make reference to Bible because I get time for it, I'm small. King Josiah, now one leader than the way God select at a very tender age, but then as he reached at the age of maturity, that was when he projected for leadership. Check the Bible, it reforms them very, very much powerful than even the one them way. Now powerful prophets them way Christians and they talk a lot about. Check King Josiah in religious reforms them. And this was a very young man who was seen by God, and when he reached the age of maturity where it time for deliver on Israel in reforms. So leadership largely, if President Bill don't work with young people there, he don't work with elderly, he don't assess. And this is an information age today. In no time like we young papa their own time where they were very limited to information and then therefore struggle for getting knowledge. Today, even in my room, I can know what's in the happen at the world today. I can even know what's in the happen at Sierra Leone without even been too active even with party activities. Like I know exactly a few things will happen around. So this is to tell you that this we own generation here, we get information at your doorstep, and you just need for tap into them and then try for see how much you're able for project yourself. And then if President Bio say the left party now young people in harm now because they don't work so hard for deliver on the things the way they say they do. And he believes say the young people are now the aspect of generation of the SLPP will actually stand with them true and true.
What's that decision?
Well, I'm a young person. What do you expect?
You will be a beneficiary.
I'm not saying that way if not God in will. So if I'm a young person, then the leadership says so. And we know how much me say as an individual I play a role for like President Bio actually lead this country. And honestly, to this date, I'm not got any regret in leadership so far. So if you say that now because in know what young people then stand for, the experience we then get for make sure say they achieve something. And if you don't do in best for try for deliver for this country, you're not going to achieve all because of the time, the limitation where the constitution placed on them. And so you go one for look around for see which young person will actually get the knack, will believe in the ideals, will understand what he want to achieve for this country, will go for continue with the work where they do. So maybe you look at it and say, yes, the elders then will get the ideas, then will get the knowledge, but maybe you need that level of energy for drive, the work for go on. Leadership, not something where you get very limited time. It has to be selfless. You get limited time for sleep. You get limited time on your own. you bring there for work 24 hours around the clock. And certain age you don't reach now, you require for rest more.
Leema, when you look at President Bio in cabinet, especially this second time, it's full of young people, new faces, new names. I say new faces, new names. It might be SLP carrier them or supporter them. But then people them on a always be so active before. Even 2018, 2012, we will be there around President Bio. The faces they're not again the second time. And new faces the President Bio introducing in cabinet. Normally as a party, on a kinky the government or the president the free will for make decision in terms of appointments or if they do in consultation with the party.
Well, of course, as a leader, he get for consult, but the buck stop with him. And at the same time, they're not to make you leader, they micromanage you. You only need for consult, probably for like una day at par for do things in terms of decision making. But whatever happens, the buck stop with him in making decisions. And more or less, we don't take the center stage now. You are not entirely working for the SLPP, but you are working for Sierra Leone and you are guided by laws beyond the SLPP constitutions and rules and regulations. So waiting global for make you achieve your national program, that's what you do. You see, so the only point I want to say for politics, you cannot, even you form board of directors for every investment you do, it has to be people who don't invest in that company or that institution. So much as you also want for deliver, but you get for also bring in at least even 60% of people who don't invest a lot in the overall outcome of waiting today you want to get other players them on board on. The 40% you can look outside the one them we probably know physically or financially or materially invest in the project. And then you bring them in. Why? Because of the expertise, the being technocrat, and you have an agenda to deliver on. If you not do that one day, you bring 100% or 80% of people outside the box will not invest materially, physically or financially. At the end of the day, what thing they happen? They're not going to know the real issues where you want for preserve, what you want for protect, what you want for go. When I go reach some stage, you lost focus, and you go turn for watch. If somebody gets you back, they will not be there. We take this for if you watch President Donald Trump. I think one of the lessons that he learned from in last period in office, and that probably he gets so many people on board we not seem for getting back, and that this time around in terms of an appointment, that has to be in focus. So everybody within leadership now, you desire for bring everybody on board nationally for able for deliver on the program that we want for. But even if you no want for do 60-40, at least do 50-50. That way, you still get people who know say this project is ours and we have to protect it. And in terms of, in the bid of protecting the project we don't get, you, the leadership, you are succeeding. And then that puts the government or the party in a better shape for deliver for the country.
Bringing people together, since this second term of President the way he decide, say more young people and for come on board, they don't give work to so many of them. The Sierra Leone People's Party now one way, plenty of people get his views, say they not only see this comradeship between the, well, I will call them all politicians, where like for example, one way been there in the 2018 cabinet, to that of the one that we're doing now. This comradeship not on the show. How the party they handle this?
Comradeship as in the one that we work now, or like as we will not work now? Me, I've always been supporting, whether I'm working or not. I've been supporting because I feel I'm part of this project. You understand?
There are activities so we not say they in governance. We right now you know they even hearing more than people in.
Well, probably people are not working out. They have their own individual things they are doing. But if government require their assistance, or who side themselves see probably things that go wrong, maybe they will call. They'll call where necessary to call and tell them, say, oh, this, they happen, or pay attention to this area. It all depends. Some man, again, if you're not in an office where they talk to her, you go say, well, this man, we don't get him by this one can begin to tell me what he for do or what he not for do. You understand? So sometimes, again, you have to wait for people to solicit. If they do not solicit, but like for me, I never will let anybody solicit. If I see anything to go wrong, I know say not correct. Do it will appear as if you want to tell them what they are doing or you are controlling them.
What are the likes of Judges?
You don't say because you don't see in the public domain he's not around. He's around. He's still functioning, and he's doing his own bits where necessary.
The support.
If they ask him for help, he help. I don't meet him 1-2 times. We don't talk. He help, and he's also focused because he have been the lead, apart from the president, he are the lead strategist in terms of what you get to do as a government. So I don't feel say go on for see your effort go astray.
But I think reason you make the public so concerned with them people and they don't see them at the picture.
Because we are not in active service, but that does not mean being inactive. That does not mean we are not giving support.
Talking about lead strategists, then you just make mention of the likes of JJ Safar. Of course, you now be one person who been there. A lot of people been see the desperation in you. You call out the present government by then, and on all come in governance. President Bill first time, but each to a time. Like I said earlier, President Bill bringing new faces. You think it be timely for change some of our way come and make way for new people and for continue with the strategy then won't be mapped out.
He is the president. Nobody questions his decisions. That was why I said the box stop with him. Who say NC probably will not see there. He go get what he look at. I don't know what he look at for make that decisions. And so when you're making decisions, a good, a bad, a good, it takes the praise. A bad, now they take the blame. So that not being decision, I mean no question that decision there. If I get me way for support the decision, I will do that.
When we look at some of the issues, then especially where they claim say na supporters of the SLPP on a party. I don't know if you don't see some of them video then they one will be go viral recently about one white boy. I don't know if you see that video there.
White boy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You see in video.
I actually hear somebody they play but nobody don't see him pass.
Oh, I will just play that video quickly, then we will comment on it.
Alright. Oh, not tissue.
Salon, President Bio, good evening. Good evening to Madam Fatima Bio. Good evening to Vice President. Good evening to all the ministers. Where they serve President Bio well. President Bio, are then at the party headquarters, the SLPP party office. President Bio, we brought another party office in the street. Then the street. We brought another party office in the street. Forest guard come, do not take them to party office. Forest guard come, do not take them. Prison come, do not take them. Job vacancy, they come on, they member party office. President Bio, then you minister the way you appoint President Bio. Then no they do towards the young one at the party office. President Bio, now few of the member party office. Now few of the member party office, President Bio.
Papa, now so you want to win, so you want left we go.
President Bio. Always see the Kenema artisans sing. Me I support President Bio. The SLPP artisan at Kenema 100%. Me white boy I support them President Bio. Because the young one them that they made a work polo, that they made a dance for SLPP. For better come, they forget about the party office. They forget about what are the upline. President Mio, would I talk to you, President Mio? What I call you ministers them? The ambassadors are where you appoint. The commissioners them. Let's sit down with them. I ask them. What in party office young man and do them? Why did they visit the party office? Now they enjoy. They enjoy because right now they're in power. They enjoy. President Mio. President Mio. President Mio. Vacancy they come out. They don't remember party. Look the YG. The YG went at Calon. Calon malice the party office. Calon malice the young man in the party office. He don't visit the SLPP office. He don't want nobody party office. President Mio. President Mio. Immediately while I sack the YG. While I sack Calon as deputy minister. While I sack Calon. Because Calon not a member of the grassroots. Them what are they going to Wataki? They go to Wataki. But they get a job. Party office young man they go Wataki. Don't even remember them. Oh man Bangura. Oh man Bangura. One are the youth minister. One are the youth minister. Oh man Bangura no one nobody party office. And no one nobody young man them. The young man they suffer. They suffer in the party office. President Mio, this is the message that they send to all the authority there. What they serve the government, President Mio. Yeah, President Mio, what they call you ministers them, what you appoint, President Mio, let's sit down with them, ask them, what did the young man do them? What did the young man then do them? What they avoid them? When election come, that they may work polo. When election come, that they may go blind, sacrifice their life for this party. But what better come, they avoid this party office, President Mio. Me want to talk to that, me now white for SLPP. I want to let this video meet President Mio and the ministers them. President Mio. Now you have police from come out, who brother they gonna PTS, they suffer on the rain, on the sun. No remember than a party office, President Mio. That's all this party for there. That's all it for there. President Mio, that's all the system for one. President Mio, when we brother they sing, that's all brother they sing bad.
Alright, we continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, and we still get Lahai Leema with me in the studio in the National Publicity Secretary for the Salon People's Party. Today we look at the current situation inside the SLPP party and how they as executive don't they manage the affairs of the party so far. That's not just one of the many reasons them from una supporter the way normally una refers to as the grassroots supporter them. And quickly, I just want to confirm if you recognize that white boy posting the way say in ISM.
Active supporters at the lower level.
Okay. Now you don't concern them. They feel marginalized as party supporter. They will be now in a party office.
Well, I think I don't actually talk around this. You know, I don't blame the current ministers and with it's like, because I know they in any way try for, see, they are not SLPP. No, that's not what I'm saying. But maybe like, that white boy they talk, now we and then like don't be in a party office over time. So when we get appointment, or any other person like me appointed into office, but again, it all depends on your interest, because even the YG also now a member of the party as well. It's just a normal like then period and the way they say the opposition be sit down, who they get time for hobnob in that party office, probably they were not there. So maybe instead not able to understand how to relate well with the party, you know. But if you take like the former Deputy Minister of Youth, you take a look at me, JJ, a few others, we actually will be known we don't want them like that one where they talk so. Even if you don't get time for going to that party office, but you must get time for see one or two of them. So waiting the happens so right now, for me it's like regardless of the fact that those ministers are not going into the office. But it seems to me like they don't get access to the new ministers there because they're not sabi a good number of them. You understand it? So there are one or two will be inside government right now with them sabi. It's difficult to get access because if that is like as a minister probably you're always traveling. But when you get like I say like if you get 50-50, whatever happens, 50% of the one that most struggle with they're all not going out of the country at the same time. And they all not will close them door to them when they are at the same time. But if they're not there at work now, then say that worker wouldn't can go worker. That's more thing when they get. If it's not the flow, then they feel marginalized, then we feel discontent. And the way, if we feel dissatisfied, how am I able to manage my emotions? How am I able to channel whatever thing I'm not happy about? You know, get that capacity for understand. If you say that the only way that your message will get for reach.
Apart from them getting handouts from perhaps ministers or few of una waking Godi, as an executive, because some of them people here they can deal with the party in terms of campaigning before party they come into power. What una can do for ensure see them get empowerment? Because if you hear from them, job opportunities in the camp, but they're not there for benefit, not to just the handouts so they will get for it for a day.
I don't know for this
empowerment. What una can do?
I don't know for this period we know the day. You understand, eh? But the time we do, when they say job, yes, because now when you don't do in our office, now a national job you offer, not for party no more. But the party, the members of the party as well form part of the national body of the country. So there has always been, you know, we give everybody job, but at least a good number of them, we don't get something for do now. Even like the forest guard we talk about, the 10 way we did that first time, a good number of them do inside that forest guard. Police, yes, across the country we take. We also look at support groups them, we meet the requirements them, we then be part of the recruitment process. I don't know if he's talking of recruitment probably in this period, but in the previous time, no, it not happen like that. So for something you cannot just government will be employ everybody in a party office, no. And at the same time, when there's a job, not to just party office and go for focus. Now, national program government they run, so you get to look across the country. Just that percentages and they as well from themselves, once they meet the requirement to get for benefit from her. But the whole thing is, those in office today not probably think say once in a while then for the drop in a party office, or even they're not dropping a party office. On the other way, there's enough you see then get access to some of them. So it's a difficult thing really where you do in an office as a minister for able to manage your job and at the same time manage the expectations of the one them win at the grassroots way. Now then form the I would say the fighting force for the party. For manage the expectations between your work and them, it's a complex thing. Except if you don't work with them and you understand, say you get to maintain that balance. But for the one them will probably come, they know they see that angle there, so you will begin to see like that in talk there. Now some of the reasons and then they go to happen. But I think say like we call out, that also will get for draw some attention to some of the ministers and for understand say once in a while, let they reach and get some program with them. At least let we get time with them so that they're able to talk to we. And the other thing again is the thing about handout. You got to be a grassroots politician for let you understand so you forgive handout. For instance, if me in London I come out, you know British man, for let left that in pound, you know easy. If I come on to America, for let left that dollar, for left money, so you know that people feel say they go for work for the money. Here we feel say we get a lot of sympathy. If I get small, I feel say I mean for share. So there are we cultural makeup, we understanding about things. For the one that we come and we will do there are two different things. So now some of the reasons that only make you to see the one in the other. So like when JJ been there as chief minister or even as minister of finance, there were not all every day, but there were days where you go see crowd there around now. Some of we, in fact, the Kimona will change. Because you go do and say, you said that little we get, you used to go for one or two things. But at some stage, the Gomona will not say change. But we able to understand ourselves. At the end of the day, we still be able to understand ourselves for the move along. And so, I think that kind of thing not happen much. Even if it happens, it's not happening much. So, I think the team only dry up. So, now make it see then kind of outburst there they come. But I think it's something from this kind of thing that for able for suppose for manager.
Apart from white boy, on a party, the SLP don't they come under fire recently?
From where?
From supporters them. Let me take instance of the new song where they train now from the Kenema boys. Who said they will interview one pandem I saw some few weeks back, and according to them, it's not the reality on the ground and state.
No.
And thinking about a place like Kenema, where a lot of people believe in the stronghold of the SLPP. people when a Kenema people come together and put them kind of lyrics then they.
So before long, if we really get the song well play and let we understand what the lyrics they would put, then let we go back to Kenema. Now there, but you know, like for before talk on them properly, please just give some time and let them play out. Now see, then let tell you waiting the happen on the ground, how unrealistic it is. And then waiting, no, just listen.
Just
yeah.
get with technician there for better lady.
And I want the Kayagita Bebeni, no Bedi, Mudegata Moto.
Can I my voice now in there? We tire with this greedy system. The new direction make we start. It's 10 regions, so God we no bloody. Anima we survive na Salona Superman. We tire with this greedy system. The new direction make we start. It's 10 regions, so God we no bloody. We people don't tire. With the greediness now the system. The youth they don't tire. It's 10 region youth we don't tire. Not to this to be vote for. You promise we say Salon go better.
Alright, welcome back. Well, that's a song by the Kenema Boys. We've been just playing as refresher because we get the publicity sector for the Salon People's Party Slpp in the studio now. And we just don't give a refresher to the viewers them and Yusuf don't listen to this song. Firstly, Yusuf commutes Kenema. What you make up of the fact say indigenous of Kenema when a Salon People's Party members them do that particular song?
Well, in the first place, democracy allow everybody for expressing view, how we feel about things, and how we for talker. Now that make even we give freedom of expressions, and that's how they feel, and that's what they have expressed. But the operative words or the operative relics in all they say greedy system, right? That greedy system, if you put it into context, is not different from what we just talk before we come to this video. So take for example the last administration, Kenema we get considerable number of appointees there, right? So whatever happens, if we go Kenema, even if not the whole Kenema benefit, but like let's take for example, my village number when we focus say I do plantation day. The number of people where I go hire say when I go brush for me, the money I go to give them, sometimes even pass the plantation self where they put or whatever product where they get out of that plant. But at the end of the day, it keeps them busy and able to give them something for able to sustain from. So for another example again, let's say maybe in our office, Professor Francis was in office. Grandma Swari been in our office. You understand? So if this not get from Grandma Swari, you must get something from her. Professor Francis you will get something from her. You understand? Then it's one you go. If you not get from me, you must get from her. So
individuals the songs surround because they talk about see the way God for do it. Because we interview a band here the other day when a lead vocalist that particular song they say they're concerned about national cake being eaten, they know they get part of them. Few they enjoy, but then within a Kenema they suffer.
I really analyze this thing. I really want to make you just patient maybe. I actually do roll up. So so if let's say in this second inning you will not get too many people who don't go for software because we are looking at Kenema because we're not saying at the art of Kenema, the art of SLPP. So let's put Kenema into perspective here. So we look at Kenema. So now you don't get a number of people going to Kenema. We're going to forgive opportunity for them young boys they are for able to benefit from, even if not to money per se you give them, but at least for if they get concerned, yeah, then get an agenda, then get program, who them for channel and true will go for push then case maybe that kind of thing not there now. And when I listen Magona in interview with them, they say that we don't do this album, then we don't talk to one of two ministers, you understand, for like they're able to do something for them in terms of entertainment, what is available for them. So they not do until it can reach a point to say them go for release the song. If me or any other person we don't invest in this project, you see that kind of thing there. They know better enough to allow that kind of thing to come out. Waiting, even if you're not able to meet them demand or the expectations, if we don't do something. Now let us take development into context. Kenema, now one place down the way they say dry season, we go inside dust. If they say rainy season, we go inside poto. Go Kenema today. I know they say everywhere is star, but the major streets are not na Kenema. You walk at it today, you go Kuruma Street. Now one of the streets that may not be nothing about lucky again. But you go Kuruma Street today, you meet at tar. You go Smaila Street, you meet at tar. You go Otagon Street, you meet at tar. You go Reservation Road, you meet at tar. You go Maxwell Kobe Street, you meet at tar. So at least this is a very huge success what this administration will do for Kenema. Because that dust will be the inhale.
People they talk about always they talk about so. Then they talk about una famous bread and butter issues una come in governance with. When you listen to the lyrics, they say Eastern region, they're not glady. The entire with the greedy system, they know they wait for let the term can let them pull una. Now
make I tell you, wait. They talk about the fact say you they pull government. Why are you taking government out? What's the government say they can't do for now? In other words, take for instance, Professor Francis will be their chief minister. He go na Kenema and tell people that say, we got for tar this number of kilometers of road in Kenema. You understand? If we not be rolled that out, we not get them to roads and they tar, we don't fail in what we say we do for them. In terms of handouts what you get from me, then they will not promise them. Now, out of magnanimity, out of kindness, I feel say I don't get small, middle office, I'm brother not get office here. La push more the lag here. And when I go around, they're able to survive. So if that is not happening, and they're not get side for channel in case, people I don't listen to the interview, then we get a concern when they put forward to somebody, I don't know who is that. They promise they go address them, but you not address them. So if over time, let's say feel dissatisfied, someone will say, I go demonstrate. So sometimes they're able to express their own view. But what they say in terms of development program, in terms of what government say they do, it's not reflective of what they say. Greedy system is about what they get. Or it's about my own program. We don't sing for this government. We don't sing for this government for kind of power. We said we want to let them do for this kind of projects. They're not able to do it. Is it a way of showing their own demonstration for say, we they call government attention, say, who said don't play a role for let this party kind of power? We are not going to left so if now song we want for sing, we want to do, we want to support you, we want to do that. The only way we could do that, we said the protest. Now, is that a means of their own protection, their own protest? Because it's a greedy system.
Boy will just play game. When you talk say now all the day at the struggle at the party office. He complain about greedy. Then the Kenema boys stay again, complain about the greedy, say we all greedy at the system.
I mean, I'm not greedy.
We'll come back to that.
No, they always say I'm not greedy. The only thing they want to be at the change party, they know that, but they know they are the giver, they know.
We've just been to talk about the issue we get for do with these Kenema boys. And like I've been saying, you're not posting way come out Kenema, and you come in Kenema people sing this particular song. We then strongly believe, say, the current administration, they're greedy. One, they make mention, say, development of the rich Kenema, people where they enjoy, and people they when then they suffer. You say, na Kenema, you come out. You agree with the parts where they talk, say, this system greedy.
Well, greedy is subjective. I know one for say that directly. We don't know whether greedy or whether not greedy. And from the interview, I think they are in conversation. Well, I don't know. I'm not actively part of the system, so I can't determine what's happening. But even when me know I not get, but the little with me own people in Kenema, the little I able share with the share. So it all depends. I say that word greedy is subjective. It depends on their own interpretation, and I don't listen them. Then sing, then play their own role for bring the system of power. Then make promises to them, what they're not able to fulfill. And so that was part of the way we then say able for demonstrate, for able to get attention. For make sure say whatever promise, whoever behind the scene we don't make to them for able to fulfill her. And over and above all, like I don't tell you, if we are not denying the fact say things are not difficult. They are. But is it the making of this administration? No. Is it a trend in the world today that things are really difficult, and in the real situation in Sierra Leone, jobs are limited? The few people that will get jobs now, they're under pressure, and largely we don't have the employer and Sierra Leone government. So the few people who get government employment, then get their own personal things them for take care of. At the same time, especially for those who are politicians, don't forget about the civil servants there, but the politicians that we need the people forget to where they are. It's difficult. It's really difficult for them because for able to manage their little resources, for able to meet the expectations of the people and for able also meet your own personal development, it's a difficult thing. But whatever happens, whatever resources you get, now 10-20% safe, let it flow. Let it flow, at least it will minimize this level of discontentment where people deprive. If somebody not get a job, it not get signed for good last for able get smarty, it bounce back. So those are some of the things where they make you see some of them kind rhetorics that where they come from.
So Leema, as a party,
musician and grassroots supporters.
On a surprise, when I see videos like waiting white boys say, you say on a greedy, then songs from Kenema boys, then say on a greedy, and then people are now supporter them and a grassroots supporter them.
What do you see white boy do? In the culture, what they do? When wrongs then they happen in our society over time, people observe. Now, because they want to preserve the sanctity of the culture, what's in the happen? In their songs, they wouldn't sing. Now, they sing all of their ills and they were not happy about. You understand, eh? And that they foster change. In a modern society, now that we get journalists like Leema, we get print journalists them where they see wrongs them where actually can write about and where they minimize change. White boy, now a grassroots sufferer, whether it gets, it not get, it want for see empathy, then governance. So if in the see things the way other people are not able to talk about, if they talk for them to bring the attention of the president to certain things then. You understand, eh? So whatever happens, I think so even if amendments are not made, but even they want them in office, probably they not get the understanding how for also for manage between the party and the job. That they go able for bring attention now for let them see how best they go for manage and schedule for able for still relate. Let them know say the office of the man today, there were people, they must have done their own investment. I may not know, but there were people who physically on the ground, they were doing their own bit in their own way and feel say yes, they do that, and they even if not to money, but they need that level of recognition and feel say okay, the ministers there. Now we don't work. Now ministers there. If we get issues, we will need to talk to them about. We will need to get access to them. It's difficult. I know they say it's really difficult. You get for a cabinet. Sometimes you spend all of your day in a cabinet. Sometimes you can't retire. If them period and they will retire, you meet up somebody, you know, able to get attention. Not trouble.
So, who
that is so?
The Kenema boys, they say they represent the eastern region. They are not happy. You come out of the eastern region, and recently you've been Didi. How you see things at the eastern region?
In terms of development?
Not development, Leema. What do you really eat?
Oh, come on, I have to strive for what I'm eating. I don't care for depend. I can't one way or the other. We are living in a communal society where we feel safe. We therefore take handouts from people.
The content of that song represents the eastern region as then they claim.
What they have said, you have to look at because in Northern Kitty, normally waiting silence means consent, but not in all cases. So there are times you need somebody for really tell you what in silence means, so that you not presume. So they don't sing generally, now relics. You understand? But at the end of the way they interview them, the real issue come out. They say somebody we don't promise them.
No, we
the person fine.
And they still stand by the word say all the statements the way they make inside the lyrics and the way they make mention of they represent the eastern region.
Eastern region?
Yes.
No. In terms of difficult times, I would say Sierra Leone is there is hard time, I must have to say. It's difficult when you are not working. Even minister when we don't be minister, and they get challenged. I never lie. Because the point is, before being minister, I will survive with 1,000 leons. You understand? But when you don't be minister, you don't maintain that. For maintain status, you know, is you. So now one thing ministers will probably go to grapple with.
Then beliefs in so, make them with the other.
Well, I don't understand the context of greedy. Me, I don't understand that context there. The thing about greedy, I don't understand. And then don't try to define their own context about greedy. That then play a role for see this administration in power. And that they said they look to certain things so them for don't benefit from, probably not even for give them money physically, but for do something for them, we'll be able to keep their own life going. Maybe that has not been met. And if that has not been met, maybe they don't, I don't hear you say they don't channel, they don't talk to one or two people there. They're not seem for give their attention. At the end of the day, the next way they happen, I'll protest. Greedy? No. Because
so happy?
No, I'm not saying I'm happy. No, but the issue about greedy, let me say it's contextual.
Because
it is contextual. Me sit down here.
Leema.
Me, I get one or two friends I will call. I say, "Bo, I look jamo. Bo do this for me." Then they do it. Not to be said go shame as an individual, not all the time for call somebody, say, oh, do this for me, do this for me. But I got friends that way I would say, if I choke, I say, well, fellow, this is a meeting, but you will help me. Even if you don't meet what I want, I get her. So the point for me to say, it's about access. Maybe me get the access to few of them. They want them, the one they don't get access to, probably they're not there around. So this is not the context we go for look at. How many appointees now they come off with on today, say we can, if we go Kenema, we don't get access for, even channel concerns we then get. It's not there. So if you turn around, you don't see somebody for channel you concern to. You turn around, you don't see somebody, at least you go able for get handout from. The next thing is, the system is greedy, the system is bad off. Yeah, because I'm not there with I go for talk to. I'm not there with I go for channel be concerned to. So I feel discontent. So that's basically the thing.
Say they are not supporter there when they come out now and express in disappointment. Maybe una might get and tough for engagement.
No. What did you get for no? When you see things like that come out, like I tell you, say like me, no go feel dissatisfied. I come public and go say things. No, I get access to the president. If I don't feel good about certain things, I will send a message. Whether you read a reply to me or not, but you go read her. It go take note of her. You understand? They don't get her. So if they don't get her, that's the only way they can express themselves. So we don't need to look at waiting and they say bad. It means there are issues for address. It means if as much as white boys say that they don't sing that kind of thing. Whether they song a reflective of reality or not, there are issues to address. And those issues we for address, now part of them we don't discuss now. People need to get access, they need to feel belong. They need to get somebody where they get issue with them for talk to.
So as a party now, you self don't agree with their issues.
Their issues.
Owner for address. How una go call the attention of una leader presently? Say, una people are not happy.
The leadership don't be part of the system. He knows very well. It probably be say because of work schedule, you know, we don't pay attention, or the fact say there are people handling those things. But if those things have now come to his face, he now knows say people are not addressing those issues. And you will know exactly where the problem is, and you will be able to take actions.
But a lot of people believe say the president's too busy, they travel, you know, go pay attention to issues that affect the party, especially people that cannot belong to the grassroots.
You know, I don't want to appear here like I'm advocating for. I'm constrained to say certain things here.
No,
but as PR, I understand. Man. But there are a few things as well I have to manage.
Say, you say you're aware, you recognize them people there, so say now all be there at the struggle.
Firstly, the president has to travel for make sure say he succeed in what he say. He expects say there are people who don't get appointments wait for able to address some of those concerns coming out. But I will say again, it's also a difficult thing. Sometimes people might be doing their best, or they may be doing their best, but it seems like the one will not benefit. You don't benefit from that best day, it will always come out like that. So it's a difficult thing, especially with the social media today we will get. So whatever happens, the only thing I'm saying, get people on board way before, give access to some of them people that will minimize the level of discontentment. It not necessarily means they have to go dish out money, but let people feel say, okay, we're part of it. Well, at least we have our own brothers we can talk to. We have our own brothers who can come. Africa, yeah. If me, while they don't have any man, I know they see me brother, they carry inside government or inside system, and they feel say I'm not part of that system. You understand, eh? So now I make way and say government of national inclusion. Let every part be represented. Let every part be represented, and sometimes there are things as a public figure. There are things I will not say here. You understand, because you got to manage expectations, and you also got to do what we call information management. So there are things I will not say here. But the president is not strange to whatever concerns is coming out. He knows exactly where the problem would only arise, where they come up with some of them things, and I'm very confident he knows how to address it. So he knows how to address them.
You say the new direction, the right direction, as a party executive,
based on waiting them promise for do for this country.
Contacts, yeah.
Oh yes, yes. I'm not denying say things are not hard. Things are hard, but in terms of waiting, the government promises we do, they are working towards it. The time when we did it, we results speak out, we're able to bring we back. So the one that we did it now, then they do their own bits. At the end of the day, then we're able to tell you how they roll out the program, what they achieve, at which percentage they will be able to know that one day.
All right, let me look at messages that people don't send for you now. Then we'll come back to you, Leema. The first one they take now from YouTube, they come out from Alimami Toure. They say, Mr. Piero, kindly reflect on the past song, Tolongo Nogo Sidoya Angry Boku, and the people vote them out. So please don't sweep the problem under the carpet. The people are feeling the pinch.
All right, we're going to look at more messages. This other message where they come out from Jibril Bangra, it says it looks like there is a big crack in the SLPP than we can see. This is infighting between DGC and the home base.
All right, more messages from YouTube. George Walker, they say the youth are the future of any country and government should have a deeper plan to engage with them in terms of training and finding employment.
This other message we are going to look at from Jibril Sanfa Bangura. It says, Leema, could you kindly elaborate on the nature of your relationship with the Chief Minister, both within the realm of politics and in your personal interactions outside political landscape? How do your professional and private dynamics influence each other?
All right, this one from Mohamed Bangwana YouTube, they say, Mr. Lahai, are you okay with the phases at the party? Monkey walk, babu eat. Anyway, we all are Superman, thanks to the Kenema boys.
F. Marase, Leema is one of the most crucial assets in the SLPP. During the opposition days, he was very instrumental in ensuring they come back to power. Back then, he sacrificed everything he had to make sure they come to power, including facing prosecution and intimidation in the hands of then government. By all indications, he is supposed to be one of the top beneficiaries of this government, rather than the current comrades whose contribution to the SLPP back then was very much unheard of.
All right, Mohamed Bangura, they say, good morning, Liberty TV. The past struggle in the SLPP has caused a distraction for them not to succeed in their big 5 game changer agenda. The government should prioritize economic growth.
We look at more messages. For the Mustafa today, they say a greedy system shouldn't be the problem because they are directing the solution to people and it shouldn't be. This shows how the society has accepted patronage, which never solves the problem. In the West, people don't need to know anyone to have a good job or the general to change their mentality for better living standards for all.
All right, this last one, when we go take for now, it is say, would you have sounded the same way if the song was coming from the West or North? Well, that's a message from Dauda Kamara.
If the final one, when myself go look at before we come to Leema for respond, for the Mustafa today again, they say it's good to teach the youth a lesson like this. They will eventually learn to support the system grow rather than a party. If the country is economically strong to provide sustainable or living jobs, every one of them will apply to get a job. They shouldn't depend on people to provide with them jobs, but on the strong and liberal economy that will create jobs, because if the individual leaves office, your struggle for survival continues.
All right, quick one from Usman Kamara. They say, uncomfortable truth to make progress is like a leader listening to actively to its citizens and addressing them in a national model approach. Mr. Leema, is your party going to consider emotional maturity as an attitude to elect your next flag bearer? Leadership qualities is paramount. Mr. Leema, you have the...
Yeah, let's start from the last one. If the party ever consider emotional maturity, I don't know what you understanding about emotional maturity, but I feel say maturity in leadership, it cuts across so many things. Somebody can be a young person, but he emotionally matured for able to manage crisis and for able to manage things then for, because first of all you get to survive, for able to address concerns of others. And if you're not able to manage hardship or difficult times that are coming, then how would you survive to make decisions for others? So it all depends the context in which actually you mean. The issue was that somebody really talk about reflection on Tolongbo Nagosida. This even bring out again the social factors that we get for look into. I don't want for look at it. But again, law say, is it because the Big Joe be saying Tolongbono goes there angry Boku? Is that the reason why probably? Is it the motivation behind this song? Greedy Bokuna, the system. It could not be the motivation behind this song. But that's not true. Without wasting time on that, the individuals themselves who sing the music, they don't get interviewed and they express their concerns. At the same time, much as government is doing its best for able to make sure say it deliver for the country, these are concerns that when they come from the party we elect this government into being. And I feel saying our concerns that we government not the downplay. Unfortunately, they come at a very early time where at least government came to address some of the issues that way then they raise. So if even let's say the current ministers or parastatals who are in office, when they treat this aspect as an oversight, then of course they will come back to the drawing board and see how best they go for address. But I will tell you, human needs is insatiable. It's very difficult for satisfy mortal man, but just do your best. That's what I would say. In terms of somebody be try for talk about instead of voting for party, try for vote for a system we go able for help the economy, for help for develop the economy of this country, not to one person in your own business that one day. And the president or this administration knows say now the only way that they will be able to get this country on in feet. Now I make what thing would they do for make use of the agreeable lands we'll get, the good weather condition we'll get in terms of the seasons, where like rainfalls, the sunlight. These are all products that we will need for make use of, for make sure say we better we serve. And over time, Sierra Leone don't be that kind of country where people are over dependent on people where they work. So it takes time for also change that mentality for let people think say, I go for go do something, I go for go do farm, I go for go do my own personal thing, I go for go. It's not easy for start for begin with that kind of life there, especially if you don't use for depend on getting handouts. It's difficult for let you also go and say, let me start something going. But it takes time. Over time, we will get the outside people go for CC. I don't need for be over dependent on people in offices, but let me say find something for do. And if you see one or two people they do and then they succeed, with time you will get a good number of people who go see that pathway. It's difficult in Sierra Leone, I go say, than any other country who say you get job opportunities. It's always difficult for us here. One, we're still struggling with energy supply for like you even get a number of factories where you go say you're able for employ people. So those are the fundamentals we need to get right. Once we get them right, the rest will fall in place. But until that happens, politicians in and out will go for the gets, then feedback there. After some time, when you will get you supporters will come back and begin lash at you, say, we know this suffer, things are difficult, things are hard, because they are over reliant on those who are working. And if it is not forthcoming, it comes with discontentment. So not just some of the challenges around it. But we as a country, we need to put hands on deck and make sure say we get the agriculture working in this country, and we get the light system work, we get feed our roads and work well. And then at the end of the day, we will begin to say people, in fact, the mentality will begin to change much more. Because if I do can do and I get me products, which the land so fertile, I get me plant products, and I will get access to the market. I don't need for beginnings. And one of the things I would say really way the agriculture very important on, if this agriculture thing not been there, like them permanent people in the pool today, maybe we don't see something worse than this. Because we don't do in a kind of observe. One of the things we I see say they minimize even the pressure on government. And the fact that somebody able go put diamonds and able get 1 or 2 batter per mile now, where you go sell, able get 1 2 bag rest, or able pay school fees from Pekin. So quietly what the worker, what they observe, and they imagine say if this Mosanke thing not been come or the business not been done balance for make people able for the buy Mosanke. Huh? Like this one that they talk about today, for being what? So you see the benefit on their culture. They permit no more people in the pool, they must encourage people in the pool. That alone don't make a lot of people not even want to know if government they do something or not do something. So the more of that kind of thing that they will get, where people and they able get returns from the agricultural investment, it will minimize pressure on government. If really people will not be to do that much from what we don't see now, this few period what do people if I don't see there are things really tough. If they're not be together 1 2 batter per mile, they will go sell, buy rest. Now different too for only talk. But we tell God thank you, at least over time, they must have them be done the plants 2-3 years, done the yield products. So man not get much time with government. Once you get that one bag rest, they don't house, able to pay PK school fees. So we need more of that, and it will minimize pressure on government. So now some of the things around the medicine.
You know, one of the people during the campaign days of the SLPP will literally be ready for leave like done for the party. What thing went wrong?
Well, not just necessarily for the party. You got to understand one thing. Every man is born into this world to serve. You are here for a purpose. A difficult number sometimes for you for identify what you purpose on earth for. So every opportunity will avail itself to you. Make the best use of it. Not for yourself, because you are living in this world not for yourself. You are living in this world for the benefit of others. But yet you never survive for others survive as well. So any opportunity you will get, we do it best selflessly for like others benefit out of it.
Because now you're not in governance, any regrets about decisions where you don't make for the party, and now you're not in governance itself. No. You just
if I say I got any regret, then it sounds selfish. No, I don't get any regret. At least, like I said, somehow again, if you are not there at certain time, you don't know what God is taking you away from.
So Leema,
so being there, you don't know what you would have encountered. So everything what God don't bring into this world, you don't program your destiny. And how you become, that's how you have to accept it. Sometimes it comes as a shock. You're not prepared for them. It will bring you constraints, but in them constraints it brings out your strengths. And then you learn lessons from her and move forward. So for say I get regret, no. The only thing I have learned lessons.
Somebody said lots don't change about you. The way you approach issues now, the way you even talk.
When you're in the demand side, it's different from when you're on the supply side. When they are sometimes, I want from manager to they say, because me I'm a competitor. Now politics today, I don't want somebody to copy my own strategy. I don't want somebody to learn from my ideas. So I'm not saying a lot of things here. But the only thing I know, when you're on the demand side, is different from being on the supply side. Whatever it is, we're on the supply side. So you expect, say, the mood, the approach, get for change.
So you expect to make a comeback in the administration?
I just don't want us to discuss that, please.
All right. That's Lahai Leema in the National Publicity Secretary for the Salon People's Party. Be there with you this morning at the studio, talk about the internal issues them weighed on their rise, especially concern from their supporter them about how the system they favor them. But Lahai Leema don't care for address some of the issues then. Many thanks for you join me this morning on the program.
Pleasure, and I'll probably want to send a message to my party members there. For like we understand, see, we elect the system. We go for support the system. We go for stand by them. It can be challenging, it can be difficult, but we also know, say, they want themselves they go through challenges, then they go through tough time. Now we give them the support necessary for them and succeed, because then success got a lot for tell about we sacrifice. But if we're not able to exercise some patience, we say, would they cry down the effort we then would they make, it would discourage them. At the end of the day, if they're not able to succeed, now we all they fail. So let we able to manage with impressions and manage with discontentment. I am very sure there will be light at the end of the tunnel.
All right, thank you very much, Lahai Leema, and also many thanks to Una we joined with this morning. Princess Piasta produced the program, Musa Saukoma, Emmanuel Malik Campbell, and Dennis Kamara. And then give technical support to the production.
Do you have comments on that? The person asked her on a relationship.
Yeah. I think I need to say something about that.
Quickly.
Yeah. So somebody actually forget. Somebody be actually in a relationship with the chief minister. From every perspective, me and into the government we meet up, and we don't relate with respect in government. So he respect me, I respect him as well. Besides work in government, and I feel saying me into don't cross path. But if we cross path, we get respect for each other. I think that's the kind of relationship where exists between me.
Many thanks, Lahai Leema. We're now in the program, the breakfast show.
Please subscribe to my new YouTube channel CLIN and hit the notification bell to be notified for new videos.